Hello everyone! I'm sure you all have seen our presentation on KLANG Controller, our new immersive in-ear monitoring controller with true ambience, a local aux in, full Dante and 96K compatibility, a studio-grade headphone amp, and a ton of further features that will make your life much easier in houses of worship as well as theaters, in orchestra pits as well as in touring applications. But every controller needs a best friend. And that best friend could be KLANG Vokal. Let's take a look at all the connections and start on the back side. Of course, the device needs to be powered, so there's an IEC inlet. Right beside that, we can see two switched locking Ethercon connectors for control as well as Dante. There's a Dante AC chip behind that. That means we can not only run 64 channels of I/O at 48K, but also at 96K. If you want to connect a Wi-Fi router, you could use one of those two also switched and locking Ethercon connectors, where there's control, and we integrated a multicast filter so we can keep the Wi-Fi clean and efficient. Of course, there's a USB port for show file exchange as well as software updates. And in case we don't want to use Dante, we can of course use MADI on BNC. The MADI interface will give us 64 channels of I/O at 48K or 32 channels of I/O at 96K. If we want to clock the device externally, we can use the word clock I/O. Let's flip it to the front side. Here you can find another Ethernet port. And this Ethernet port will give us Dante, control, as well as PoE+. That makes it an ideal connection point for a KLANG controller or a KLANG Quelle. There's a status LED which shows us the state of the unit. If it's black, it's off. If it's purple, it's running. If it's blue, it's booting, and so on. There's also a second USB port which has exactly the same functionality as the one on the backside. It's just for your convenience, so you can choose whichever you want to use. And also by popular demand, we added a update button to the front. So if your KLANG Vokal is tightly screwed into a rack and you want to start an update, which of course would require the unit to be restarted, you don't have to climb behind the rack to do that. You can just trigger it directly from the front side. Let's take a look at the inner values. KLANG Vokal can handle 12 immersive mixes. That means 12 musicians can get their very own personal mixes with their own levels and their own binaural placements. And each musician can pick up to 24 mono or stereo inputs per mix out of a pool of 64 processing channels. Keep in mind, those 24 don't have to be the same ones for each musician. Each musician can pick her or his most important or favorite channels out of this pool of 64 processing channels. Of course, we also integrated our popular root intensity EQ for all 64 processing channels. The heart and mind of KLANG Vokal is our new ultra-low latency Fpga core. That means the processing latency gets as low as a quarter millisecond. But not only can we use KLANG Vokal as an immersive mixing device, we can also use it as a format converter, even at the same time. So we can convert between Dante and MADI and the other way around with a single channel routing. So that gives you the ultimate flexibility for all kinds of applications. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you for the super valuable feedback and comments that you keep sending us. A lot of your feedback has actually made it into our new hardware. So keep them coming. In case you should have any questions regarding KLANG Vokal or KLANG Controller, please send them to us and we will follow up this video with a live Q&A session in a few days where we can get back to those in detail. Until then, stay safe and see you all soon. Bye.